Hi, this specific video is to talk to you about the likely cutoff for JBIMS, MBA CET 2023. What can be the cutoff for general category? Maybe I'll come up with a detailed video later period regarding the cutoff for various colleges, various categories, but this is just a teaser video just to get you information regarding the likely cutoffs. The problem with predicting cutoff this year is that one, the different slots are different difficulty level. Normally what happens is more or less the slots have uniform difficulty level. So it's easier to predict this one. But when the difficulty level is different, one slot is easy, one slot is tough, it becomes a little difficult to go about it. Secondly, technical glitches. There were a lot of glitches on day one where some people got more time, some people, and a lot of other problems are faced. So that also creates a factor which is very difficult to predict the cutoff. Lastly, normalization, no normalization. Last year, as far as what we know, there was no normalization. But considering that difficult level of papers were quite different, there should be normalization this year. And there have been cases in the past where there have been normalization, there have been no normalizations. So we're just hoping that there is normalization or something like that. That will help to build credibility with regards to exam. Else it will become a very skewed paper. If you look at the paper, this is what my thought process is. Slot 1 and slot 4 were on the easier side comparatively as compared to slot 2 and 3. So slot 1, 4, easier side, so people were able to solve more questions, were able to get comparatively more correct. Slot 2 and 3 were comparatively difficult. Abstract reasoning was more difficult in these two slots. Also, the papers were a little lengthy and therefore difficult to complete. So these were the problems that were there with regards to the exam. So that means the cutoff, if you look at slot 1 and 4, could go to around 150 is what I'm expecting. Around 150, around that, based on how much the technical glitches have affected the slots, that is what is expected. If I'm looking at slot 2 and 3, the cutoff could be around 140 to 140, maybe lower range 140, even lower. Because what happens when the paper is certainly tough, people who went to the second and third slot went with the expectation that the first slot was easy, then the second slot would be easy. But when the paper certainly is tough, people panic and the cutoff normally drops down drastically. So there is a chance that based on slot 2 and 3, the marks could be lower because the paper was on the lengthier side. Normal CET, but still on the lengthier side. So that could be a chance. But this is generally what I presume the cutoffs could be. We'll come up with a more detailed analysis with regards to cutoffs. But right now, take this as your marks and go ahead with regards to benchmark. Right? Thank you.